Alright, so for those of you who might not know, I have the GTS style taillights. These are the red taillights on my G80. And you can see one of the lights does not turn on. It's supposed to look like that, but one of the little scale lights aren't turning on. And I reached out to the manufacturer from Alibaba that I purchased it, and they sent me a brand new replacement. Actually, it's over here. So today we are going to be replacing just that portion of the GTS taillights with this. So this is just literally a replacement. Hopefully it works just as good. Actually, hopefully it works better. But I'm going to be taking you guys throughout the process of removing this little cover here for the trunk and replacing this portion of the taillight. So stay tuned. Now, to get started, you will need one of these little, little pry tool thingies. I bought this. It comes with a bunch of different kits or different tools that you can use, rather. But you really just need this one to go ahead and get under these little tabs that come with the car. And all you do is literally pry them out like that. And I just have this little plastic container here that I'm going to be using to keep all of them. So there's one here, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that should be it. And then once you have them all out, you just literally pull the whole thing out, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so like I said, all you got to do is get under here and just pull it out. Hope you guys can see it, but it's just that easy, and don't lose them. All right, so if you've never taken this part off before, I'm going to show you how to do that. There's these two little things here that just basically you just pull them apart. You can use a tool for this too. I'm just used to it. But once you've taken that part out, you open these up. You see how they were hooked onto there? Just pull them apart, and from there you just pull it back. And you see these white little tabs. I'm supposed to have one. Yeah, just one. They go right in there, and that's really it. It's super simple. Now, if you don't want to use your hands like I did on that side, you can go ahead and use the same tool and just get it back in here and just literally pull them apart. That one wasn't even done. I'm sorry if it's super dark, but it was connected there. You just put the tool back in here and you pull it apart. All right, I've removed all of the tabs, and now I'm going to take this part off, which is literally so simple. You just do that, and you can see how the cover is drooping down a little bit. Then you just want to pull back, and you can literally take it out with one hand if you can. Okay, so now that this is removed, we're just going to set this aside, and I'm going to show you what you need to take this off. To remove that part, all you need is a socket wrench tool. This is a 8mm. Sorry if it's not focusing. This is an 8mm, and you're literally just going to undo this, and then you want to unclip this little tab here, which you might need a little pick tool, because I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little tab there that you have to push in. So you push that in and you pull this part down, and that's how you unhook it. All right, so that's all you have to do. You have to push that part in, which I just did, and now you can pull this down. So we are gonna unconnect it before we unscrew this little nut here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, now that we've taken this part out, this is what holds it firmly in place. We're gonna remove this part here, which you can just access easily by going through this side and just pulling it back. There are a couple tabs back here, 2 tabs, as you can see, that go into right there and right here. So now this is actually free to move around. So I'm gonna lightly close the trunk here and lift this up. There you have it. So that's what we're replacing. So So yeah, just toss this to the side and get your new one and reverse the steps. Before putting the new one on, I am going to wipe this area down since it doesn't usually get much water back here. So it can accumulate dirt. So I would recommend just having a clean surface to work out of. So get you a microfiber towel and, you know, an all-purpose cleaner or whatever you use to clean, and just do a quick little wipe down. One thing that I want to mention is that the GTS style taillights do come, and I think maybe just about every aftermarket set of taillights do come with their own you know, little piece right here, the white part that you see here. But I find that the OEM are actually way sturdier, way heavier duty, and so I don't even use these at all. I'm going to use the one that we removed, which is what I had from BMW OEM. So yeah, just, you don't even need this part. Before installing the new part, I do want to thoroughly inspect the entire seam all around to make sure that there aren't any gaps anywhere, because that could cause water to seep through and cause, you know, malfunction. So you definitely want to make sure before you install it that it does look good. And I'm also just going to dry fit this and plug it in to make sure that the light actually works good and it's all in sync. So I'm going to do that right now. So I have it connected. I have this part not really on. I mean, it's just on there to hold it in place. Like I said, I'm just going to make sure that the animation works. So, you know, you don't have to really put it in place like really super tight. And now we're going to test the animation just to see how well it works. Perfect. This is exactly what you want to do before installing anything 100% of the way. Just test it, make sure that it works correctly. Now that we know that it works as expected, we're gonna go ahead and finish installing properly. All right, that's on there now very tightly, fully secured, as you can see, using the OEM little, I don't even know what you call this part, but it's way thicker, like I said, and more heavy duty than the one that comes with the aftermarket taillights. So I suggest using this, but now that it's on there, we're gonna get that cover back on and put those tabs back in there. And I'll show you once that's all back put together. All right, now that we got that cover back on, it's time to close the trunk, remove this plastic, and see the final product. Perfect. This is working exactly how I was anticipating it to work. We did test it to make sure that it was functioning prior to installing, and you can see the fitment is right on. Yeah, no issues with this whatsoever. I definitely would recommend these taillights. Just got to be careful with water damage and just, you know, overall these little scales malfunctioning. But hopefully you have a good supplier that you can work with to send you a replacement when you need it. Hopefully you don't need it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe.